And we are live. We're live. We're live here in Texas at the right outside of this Sandman Hotel that seemingly spontaneously blew up yesterday. I was on my way here, and they must have heard I was coming. And yeah, here we are. So I don't know how much you can see behind me here, but they are cleaning up. This was a pretty major explosion here that they initially blamed on. They blamed it on gas, and I will say, as I pulled up yesterday, staying at my hotel, which was literally ended up being half a block on the way here, I said, "Is it mine?" And they said, "No, it's not your hotel." And then, of course, so I don't know how much you can see, but they are cleaning over here the debris. This is as close as I'm able to get. I may even be a little, but the people from my window last night, I was watching them do their reporting. Let me get right over here so you can see a little better. But interesting story unfolding here, because of course what we have is they said a gas leak. And again, I got out of the car yesterday and I smelled gas. So there certainly was natural gas, propane involved in this explosion. But of course, as the day went on, they now, by appearances, have a suspect in this. And let me tell you what, guys, massive blast, massive, big blast that that went on here, and you can see the cleanup crews. It's kind of like one of those things, you know. It's like the explosion happened in Arlington a few weeks ago. Like, yeah, sure, okay. I mean, I guess it could have been an accident or something, but I don't know. Just something doesn't jive. President Biden was supposed to be here in Texas, so I don't know if those plans changed, but he was supposed to come to Dallas, Fort Worth. So just reading off some of the stuff that happened, and I'm here, so of course might as well go live and cover it here. But really, I mean, this was a big blast. I cannot imagine how in the world you wouldn't have smelled the gas if it was going to blow up. So apparently 21 people injured. I don't think that anybody died, thank God. Remember, let's see here. I saw. So the ATF was involved here. They are saying that it was gas. That seems to be the official story. Massive explosion. When I checked into my hotel, which again is just a half a block away, the guy that checked me in told me that he was standing there and everything shook, and that's how how big it was. And you can see. I mean, this is a city block. You know, I mean, this is a built up block of area that we have here. So pretty interesting. I mean, we got of course we got the tunnels going on in New York City underneath the synagogues, which I think is also a pretty big story, guys. I mean, what are they tunneling under their thing for? I mean, there's that stuff is normally happening over in Israel and Gaza and stuff like this. Very suspect, I think, personally. Big warning signs that they're tunneling under a synagogue there in New York City. Then we have this bomb here, or explosion, I guess I should call it, not a bomb, an explosion. And of course, President Trump is in D.C. right now, going to court, trying to claim his status of not being prosecuted because he was president. So be all that as it may, these are crazy times that we're living in right now. One of the guys I was meeting with last night, he said, well, I think it's end times. I'm on record saying I don't think it's end times. I don't think it's end times, but pretty crazy stuff. And then as you saw as well last week, massive response there in Miami for what was reportedly some teenagers fighting each other with sticks or something, or maybe there was some people thought maybe there was some weapons involved. But very, very strange stuff, because the backstory of that, what happened there in Miami, was that there were 10-foot creatures running around. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there. Smoke, there's fire, maybe, who knows, whatever. We certainly didn't see any footage of teenagers going around doing stuff. Now, we didn't see any footage of 10-foot creatures either, all right? But that stuff is easier to make disappear on our devices that are all connected. But strange things we have going on. We have buildings. This is now the second building that's blown up in the last 30 days. Of course, we had the place there in Arlington, the townhouse that blew up. In my opinion, whatever was in that house, they really wanted that to never be found. I mean, I think that, who knows, right? But that's what it looked like to me. And then, of course, that blew up. And then you have this big blow up here. There was a suspect. I'm not seeing it now. I just decided to go live. Okay, the suspect, I'm seeing this now here, has been identified, a 44-year-old migrant. And I don't know if this is correct. So take that as it is, okay? I'm reading it as I go here. 44-year-old migrant, it says Sahil Omar. I don't know if that is correct. Readers added context. Initial cause exposure is still under investigation. No crime is currently being suspected. So I don't know if that is even the case. Here it is again saying that name, Sahil Omar. Sahil, if you're innocent, I apologize. I'm just reading this. But pretty interesting times we have going on. Of course, the wars are continuing over in Israel and in the Ukraine. The Bitcoin pumped to infinity. We all saw that, not to infinity. Nice big pump. The ETF announcement is supposed to be like tomorrow or the next day. Gary Gensler is going to decide if this ETF gets approved or not. I think eventually, we talked about it on Money in the Morning this morning. I think eventually it will be approved. Is it going to happen now? I don't know. But certainly pretty interesting situation that we have going on there. But nice big pump in the market. I think primarily a lot of the pump that is going on is the fact that Congress is going to approve this spending bill. And yeah, Dow's down 270 points. So that's pretty interesting. And let's see, oil and see, Bitcoin is at 46,790. Nice big pump for Bitcoin. Oil was up a little bit. You never know, but it was down the day before. Oil rises $2. Middle East crisis and inflation focus. So if this bill is approved, this funding bill, which obviously, guys, I think it will be approved. We have McCarthy 2.0, Mr. What's his name is there as the speaker, and they're going to push through whatever. The main problem that we have, really, and I talk about it over and over again, is that our representatives in Congress don't work for us. They don't, you know, I mean, what do we have? We have the magic voting machines, right? And then the magic electronic voting machines. We have the mail-in ballots. How much do they really have to cater to us? And then you also have the situation where, of course, the central banks are the ones that are really running everything. They're the ones that are printing the money. They're the ones who are setting the inflation, and they're the ones, guys. Paper money is the biggest scam of our lifetime. We're borrowing out of every $100, we're paying the central bank, who is a private bank owned by families that you don't even know who they are. For every $100 that you use, we're paying them $3. It is a scam. And that's why we need to get on things like gold, silver, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Global Boost, things that they can't inflate. So anyway, wanted to bring this to you here. This, I think, is a big story. Okay, I think there's a lot to this. I think there's a lot going on there. I think the tunnels under the synagogues is a big story. I think that explosion in Arlington is a big story. I think this year is going to be absolutely nuts. We need to stick together. We need to listen to each other. We need to help each other out. We're not always going to agree on everything, okay? But we need to stick together, and we need to help everybody out. We need to pray. and we'll work through it. We will get through it. God bless. See you guys soon.